Hi everyone, welcome to School of Scarlett. Today I have a message for you. So before we begin, I saw a beautiful white crane before I began the video, and it was just over here on the other side of the pond. I made a little video of it in my shorts, so you can go and check that out if you like. So that might be significant for someone. So today's message is about how we are running an infection, a virus through us, and it's called victimhood. So if we're identifying either as a victim or we're surrounding ourselves with victims, we are basically allowing a virus to be in our system. So victimhood is something that no longer resonates with us if we're moving into the 5D, or most of us that are on this channel, if you're watching this, you probably don't identify with victimhood, but there still may be people that are arising in your reality that are acting as if they are victims. Or maybe as we begin to talk about this, you do identify some areas that maybe you have been allowing yourself to fall into victimhood. So victimhood is something that truly holds us back. It's almost like a cloud, or I'm seeing like a fog that clouds our vision. It doesn't allow us to see the clarity of who we truly are and the greatness that's already within us. So I made a little post on my community tab. It was just like a random painting I think someone painted, and it was something like, you know, if you want to be the chosen one, choose yourself. And there's really a lot of truth to that, because we really have to choose ourselves. If we're waiting on someone or something to change in our reality before we begin choosing ourselves, we're going to be waiting forever, and we're going to fall into the trap of victimhood. So we are truly the ones that are able to choose ourselves, to take personal responsibility of things and move forward. We have all the greatness right here within us, and the power that you think has to choose you, let's say God or spirit, is already residing within you. So as soon as you connect with that, you're already working with that power. So today's message is all around that. So sometimes we find ourselves having friendships, or maybe coworkers, or maybe it's family in our life that identify as victims. You know, they're people that always, you know, say things like, oh, those people are doing this to us, or we can't do this because of our genetics, or we can't do this because we have no money. So they're people that have a lot of limitations, a lot of beliefs around why they can't do something. So the opposite of that, what, you know, we probably identify here on this channel, is the greatness within us. We can do this. We have the power within to do those things. And even if they're hard, we know that we can do them because we've done hard things before. So there's a lot of personal responsibility in that as well. But when we get into this kind of victimhood idea, or we surround ourselves with people that are victims, we get so clouded that it truly drains our energy. Have you ever been around people that identify as victims? It truly feels draining. It feels like you can't even be creative. It feels like your dreams get squished. It seems like, you know, there is no room for growth. So associating with people that are victims is also something that you want to stay away from. Even working with people that are victims. So in my line of work, I do a lot of counseling. School of Scarlett is actually like a school online, and so we have courses and things. And as soon as I identify that someone is a victim, they are allowed definitely to be in the School of Scarlett community. But let's say that we're going to do a course. I always do like a one-on-one session with everyone to see how everybody is connecting to life. And if we are connecting to life as victims, there's a lot of work that still needs to be done before we can move forward into our greatness. And you can actually choose to snap out of it right now, but it sometimes, and it a lot of times, is very deeply ingrained in the person. And it's something that a lot of people truly are just not wanting to let go of. I found through counseling people and being around just different people that there are people that no matter how much you help them, you can give them all the tools in the world, you could even give them money, you can give them support, you can take them places, you can help them in so many ways, but they're not going to help themselves. They're truly ingrained in this victim mentality, and that really rubs off on people. I don't know if y'all have seen an image online of like, it's like rotting fruit, or like one piece of rotting fruit next to some healthy, you know, more, you know, fruit. And that rotting fruit is starting to make the other fruit rot. And so it's true. If we surround ourselves with rotting fruit, we will rot a lot quicker, and we will just get that disease. We'll get that infection from that other piece of fruit. So we really have to watch who and what we surround ourselves with. What kind of content are we watching? Is it victimhood content? Are we watching things about how we're a victim of something, how we're a victim to a narcissist, or we're a victim to the economics, or we're a victim to politics, or whatever? None of these things truly have any control over you. The control, the power you have is already within. So this is a very empowering message for you. I hope that you're catching on to that There is nothing outside of yourself that's going to ruin your life, change it in some way that you can't gain some kind of control over. You have the ability. So a lot of times, talking to people, they talk about, I'm stuck in a bad job, or I'm stuck in a bad marriage, or my genetics are this way and this is why I am this way, or I am just this way. And there seems to be no wiggle room for the person to want to change. They have 1,000,001 excuses as to why they can't do the one thing that they want to do. And the truth is that they don't want to do that thing. That's why they're coming up with so many excuses. So beware of this. Beware of this and get rid of these people from your life. They will pull you down. You have a greater mission here. If you're watching this video, you are one of the chosen ones. You've chosen yourself. You've chosen yourself in this moment, at this time, and you've received that calling. You're doing what you have to do. So a lot of people want to complain, they can't do this, they can't do that. Well, what can they do? And if you're watching this video, most likely you have tapped into what you can do. You know the greatness within. You've tapped into your gifts. You're starting to explore your creativity. You're starting to get out there to do these things. And, I hear it all the time, I'm stuck in this job and I can't get out of it. There are so many jobs out there. And yes, there will be some difficulty in leaving one job or making the plans necessary in order to transition to another job, but it can be done. I've been in that situation, so have many others. Many people that have left their jobs or started their own businesses will tell you about that struggle, but they'll tell you how they made it through. So the other thing is when you're hanging out or you're surrounding yourself with victims, they're kind of at the bottom, right? So they're seeing everything with limitations, they're seeing everything with problems. And if you're trying to step out of that, if you're, let's say now starting your own business, or you started some creative project, or you're starting to tap into your gifts, or you're starting to realign to your gift. Maybe you always knew what your gift was, but your family didn't allow you to do that, or whatever. You're starting to step into that. You're going to notice that the people that are in the victim mentality are going to try to pull you down. They're going to pull you down with things like jealousy. They're going to pull you down with things like limitations, telling you all the reasons why it will not work. These people have 101 reasons why your endeavors won't work. And it's really unusual, because why are they so invested in telling you why it won't work? Okay, and so they have so many different things like that. They have jealousy, they have limitations. They also just are distractive. They'll try to distract you with things that are not helpful to you. So it's not something that you want to associate with really. People at the top. Now, if you're associating with someone that has started their own business, has followed their heart, has really, lived an authentic life, these people will be empowering to you. They will help you along the way. They will encourage you. They'll be there for you. So you want to choose people that are kind of at the next step, at the next level that you're going to, not the one underneath. So always pay attention to that. And this isn't about, excluding people, of being mean, nothing like that. Everyone has a role here. Everybody is moving at their own pace. But for you, the chosen ones that are listening to this message, it is time for you to associate with either those people or just keep yourself in a hermit mode until you have, move forward in your endeavors. A lot of people that have really, come out of the victim mentality have chosen to become hermits for a while. We can look at this in history and many of the great people, what they have done, how their paths have gone. A lot of them do kind of exclude themselves from society for a while, and they're looked at as the outcasts. But that's not a bad thing, because the majority of society is running this virus or this infection of victimhood. And we are not victims here. We are victors. So I hope that this message is reaching you. Those are really all the points that I wanted to go over. I just wanted to bring this message to you today because it's been coming strong for a few days now. And, with the different events that have, transpired over the last few days, or the last, couple days here, people have really been on edge, and they've been feeling like victims to things. And I'm hearing it right and left, people calling me, or just coming into my reality with so much victim mentality right now. Even people that I didn't think were in that mentality are exhibiting this strong victim mentality of how they're in a situation now that they can't get out of, that they feel like is hopeless. And it's not hopeless. You have the most powerful power within you. You have everything you need right here. And there's no excuses. Take responsibility for yourself. You have that power within. Whatever someone else is doing, you have that power within to do it yourself, if not greater, if not whatever you want. So, you know, there's just no excuses here for anything. Genetics, nothing. There is no excuses as to why you can't do what's in your heart. So I hope that this message found you well. If it resonated with you, give me a thumbs up, a heart, comment down below. It really helps to get my channel out there, and it's a simple and free way that you can help support my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll come back, and I'll catch you on the next message. I love you all.